Danganronpa.
Now then. Let's begin with a base. If you can fit.
We already know who did it.
What?
The one who is one of. I had.
Yeah!
I don't want to hear your. It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying?
Because you all had you hated her.
Is that it?
That doesn't make.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get. It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying?
Because you hated her.
Is that it?
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you. It was one of you killed.
And what reason do you?
Because you hated her.
Is that it?
That's the only reason you have for.
No, it's wrong. Another reason you suspect them is because.
Yeah. So there's no doubt about it. The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them? There's no way that's not just one of you is absolutely.
I don't deny that she wanted. I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here.
I never. Come on. At least one of you is lying. The fact that Sakura, there's no way that one of you is
I don't deny that I never went.
I didn't.
Yeah, same here.
No, it's wrong. Hiro, when we were talking before, it was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do?
Red polka? That's gotta be the rapper for.
No,
Ever since we got into the warehouse, so there's no way a single.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura!
well, I mean, she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have any.
When?
The last time you saw Sakura was.
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before.
I'm not sure about. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her...
Damn it! I mean... Oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room!
Why the sudden...
But we just talked, that's all! I didn't do anything.
You're acting incredible.
You're acting incredible.
You are hostile.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I'm talking about... At the scene of the crime, it was her.
That's true. I saw.
See?
What are you saying?
You just don't know when you're beat.
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying man?
Huh? Well, when...
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the... So it's hard to believe that's what...
I got it!
Kyoko, you found the magazine on the... That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found it right there at the scene of the... If that's true, then what Hiro...
What doesn't make sense? I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine when I pulled it out, I saw...
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can... tell you exactly when I found the dying when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when it was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was...
And I can tell you when it was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was...
And I can tell you when it was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was...
And I can tell you it was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered. Shoot! I can tell you exactly when I found when Ogre's body was...
And I can tell you it was only after the investigation had... I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf when I pulled it out. I saw...
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dye. It was only after I found the magazine when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered. Shoot! I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was...
And I can tell you it was only after I found the magazine when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when
I found it was only after I found the magazine when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered. Shoot! I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was...
And I can tell you when it was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine
Tucked away on the when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when it was only after the investigation had begun.
I found the magazine tucked away when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was...
And I can tell you when
It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
Shoot!
I can tell you exactly when I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying mess. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine.
When I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
Shoot!
I refuse to give up yet!
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when
It was only after I found the magazine when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying mess.
It was only after I found the magazine when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
Shoot!
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun.
Shoot!
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when it was only after I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw...
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found when Ogre's body was...
And I can tell you when
I found the dye. It was only after
I found the magazine
tucked away when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was...
And I can tell you when
I found
it was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you it was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you it was only after I found the magazine when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense!
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense!
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message.
When Ogre's body was...
And I can tell you it was only after the investigation. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
When I pulled it out,
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense! I can tell you exactly
When Ogre's body was discovered.
No, that's wrong. When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf near. That's where Kyoko found it. After we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene. Tell us the truth, Hiro.
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is.
I don't even know where to begin. He's just trying.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura...
Yeah. I think we can all agree 100%, without a doubt, she... Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. Show me the proof.
This should prove it. I'm completely unconvinced that because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. Both of her hands were completely...
What?
Then
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the... I figured as much.
But why would...
Because Please! I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked?
And when I got there... And that's all she said. After that, suddenly, I heard her mutter something. As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out. I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf. I hit her from behind. Then she just went limp. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across...
I can't believe...
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed. We're ready to vote now, right?
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain, and until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
I got it! That's true. Everything you just said. By the time the body was discovered, The magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message? Then stick it somewhere we might not find it.
Oh, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now.
Then,
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question. If they went to the trouble of hiding, they must not have liked what was written on it.
I got it! It had to be Toko. Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
is he right, Toko? Why would I... Wait! That doesn't even matter! Hiro just...
That's right.
No, you didn't. Don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means,
You can't be serious!
Hiro, tell us what if we go through it once more. It should... Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but... I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once.
Yeah, just once. After the first ring, and...
See? Hiro really is the killer!
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from... And you only hit her...
Yeah, just once.
Shoot!
I didn't want to, but I grabbed a Monokuma bottle and I hit Ogre from behind.
You hit her from... And you only hit...
Yeah, just once. After the first ring, and...
See? Hiro really is the killer!
I didn't want to, but I grabbed a Monokuma and I hit Ogre from behind before she could...
You hit her from behind. You only hit her...
Yeah, just once. After the first and...
See? Hiro really is the killer!
I didn't want to, but I grabbed a Monokuma and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
Shoot!
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
Shoot!
I didn't want to, but I grabbed a Monokuma and I hit Ogre from behind.
You hit her from... And you only hit...
Yeah, just once. After the first and...
See? Hiro really is the killer!
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
Shoot! I refuse to give up yet!
I didn't want to, but I grabbed a Monokuma and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. You only hit her once.
Yeah, just once. After the first and...
See? Hiro really is the killer!
I didn't want to, but I grabbed a Monokuma and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. You only hit her...
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered, and...
See? Hiro really is the killer!
I
I didn't want to, but I grabbed the Monokuma and I hit Ogre from behind.
You hit her from behind. You only hit her.
Just once. Shoot!
I didn't want to, but I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and I hit Ogre from behind.
You hit her from behind. You only hit her once. Who's that?
Just once. Shoot! I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle
From the shelf and I hit Ogre from behind.
You hit her from behind. You only hit her.
Yeah, just once.
After the first and
See? Hero really is the killer!
I didn't want to, but
I did it. I grabbed the Monokuma and I hit Ogre from behind.
You hit her from behind. You only hit.
Yeah, just once. After the first and
See? Hero really is the killer!
I didn't want to, but I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. You only hit.
yeah,
Just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered. And
she went.
See? Hero really is the killer!
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit... hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. You only hit.
Yeah,
Just once.
after the first swing and
See? Hero really is the killer!
I didn't want to, but I grabbed the Monokuma and I hit Ogre from behind.
You hit her from behind. You only hit her once.
Yeah,
Just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered.
and
See? Hero really is the killer!
I didn't want to, but I grabbed the Monokuma and I hit Ogre from behind.
You hit her from behind. You only hit her once.
Yeah,
Just once.
No, that's wrong. If Sakura died from...
That's right.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her...
2 wounds means she was struck twice.
Hold on. She was attacked.
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles and... There's something that... Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles... Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the... And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground.
That was the bottle Hiro hits.
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles, but originally, there were 6 bottles.
But how can you know?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common,
Understand? That's it! Inside each bottle, there was a
King, rook.
and the piece that was inside the knight, if I remember.
So, I guess you don't know too much about chess. In chess, there are 6 different... What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. And on the ground was...
Oh! So we only have evidence for 5 bottles.
What does chess...
Yeah, shogi is...
Yeah! Wait, no, so, let's say a bottle did. There's still no evidence that has anything to... That bottle could have disappeared.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is... How is it? Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in.
Shoot! I got it! The bottle must be because there was evidence at the scene.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that...
And what is... Earlier, Kyoko and I compared the... And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is... there was actually more than 1 bottle's worth of...
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broke, but someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of them. But when they did, which is only natural, they certainly had no...
Why would they have to...
Because of what it would reveal about the case. I got it! The bottle that was removed from the scene was...
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only 1 attack. So they had to get...
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when...
Wait! I admit, but there's no evidence I had anything to...
No way! Pretty soon? Oh, I assumed Toko, but when I got in...
And you just...
After the shock of thinking I'd killed
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain?
So, Toko! Where the...
You don't know what you're...
I'm sure she didn't disappear.
hiding in the rec room. It's a lie! I admit nothing! I hate you! I curse you! No, no, no! No! I admit nothing! I curse you!
Curse you! It's a lie! That's enough! That's enough!
This should prove it. Did you know someone left a handprint? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar?
Okay then, let's just compare it to your...
Stop wasting my...
Okay.
Dang, she just straight
Then you killed... No, I swear...
out with it.
I probably did kill her.
straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean
Give us the details, Toko.
Talk.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early. So I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go. But I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the...
Then, did you see what happened?
Yeah, and I saw you.
Well,
So after he left, I put the magazine.
But when you did, you put it back.
I didn't mean to.
Imbecile.
Forget all that. After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me, and when I turned around, there was Sakura. When I saw all that blood, I fainted. I don't remember what happened after that.
it was your fault after.
My fault, Master's fault.
Just answer the...
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories, so I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business. What did the prince say? And, well, I got so startled. I smacked her with the... Sakura was just worried about you, and you... No, she's terrible.
And when it was all
I wasn't about to die for some woman.
Just go away and die your meaningless death.
But I just can't catch a break, you know, because normally...
even as strong as...
Hey, come on. But anyway, I'm not the one.
Well then, that's that. What's wrong?
No.
Huh? Not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story?
Odd.
Hero's attack, and then Toko's. Tell us your story one more, then even...
You wish it might... I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura, I remember waking up right...
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre come.
You smashed her!
You got it,
And where did the attack take place?
right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf! I was just... And all of a sudden, I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood.
You smashed her!
You got it!
And where did the attack...
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf! I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura... It was right there in front of me! I remember waking up right... front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered. So you smashed her head in with a...
You got it!
And where did the attack...
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
No, that's wrong. We found Sakura sitting... If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation.
So, you...
That's just another...
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she...
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene...
I got it! Sakura was definitely the blood stain by the mat.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed to make it look like I...
Hey, come on now, look at me! There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that!
Then...
Well, are you still...
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case is...
Oh, that's after she killed Sakura. Toko just...
So while everything was...
No, I don't... Shoot! I got it! Even before we opened the door to the rec room. And at that point,
I don't know! What's this whole time?
You know...
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill it! You're lying!
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means...
And
Well...
that's because you're overlooking...
What was it that killed Ogre? It wasn't from Genocide Jill? His attack? What was it?
There's no other possible that killed Sakura. I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
shoot!
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. Hey, so you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
What was it? If it wasn't from Chicken, what was it?
There's no other that killed Sakura. I can't think of any. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide, then what was it?
There's no other that killed Sakura. I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other that killed Sakura. I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
What was it? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack...
Shoot!
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other that killed Sakura. I can't think of anything other than...
No, it's wrong! According to the Monokuma file, I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a...
Well, I mean... Maybe when she got hit with the box...
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified, not to mention, I didn't find any cuts and...
You even checked in there? God, you really...
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then...
Some sort of reaction. Sakura was poisoned.
Poison?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at.
She was poisoned?
Is it really so?
You can...
Of course.
Everyone, what?
But you're the only one.
The key to unlocking this mystery was Piper.
Not in the rec room?
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime. Well, there's a big shelving, and that's where I found... It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is
Where'd you find...
the shelf is divided up into 3 sections. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C...
And that's where the poison came?
Well, that's the...
Shoot! I refuse to give up yet! According to the Monokuma file, I think we can assume there...
Some poison? That is it?
Everyone, what?
But you...
The key? You never would have, since you... Well, there's a big and that's where I found this.
Is that... the point?
It's not an especially, but the specific properties don't matter. The shelf in Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents.
I got it! The poison was actually in...
You just said that...
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those...
Yeah, so?
Because the culprit switched it out. I mean... Ugh, that tastes awful.
Oh no! Matt, you have to drink some water!
Idiot! He just swallowed...
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff? Huh? I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure.
This is...
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
I refuse to give up yet! I refuse to give up yet! I refuse to give up yet! Now I understand! Poison must have been poured if the protein's in the...
Absolutely. So the protein was in the bottle of... Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was...
You're saying they gave...
So maybe she took...
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle, and I already...
For real?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials...
Shoot!
I got it! That's the evidence you're talking about.
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely... They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, I think all we have to do is check everyone's footprints.
It was me. Prince. If you're all gonna find out, I'd rather you hear it. Yep, I did it.
Just The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so the...
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you? What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just...
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Did you really...
Why? I found her. She asked me to bring her the but when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just...
Now's my chance to kill her. That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that...
And then... she downed it, and...
Hold it! I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't. You still don't get it. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of... But there's still that one unsolved... Are you talking of Hina? If you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
That doesn't matter!
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us...
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't...
And if I do...
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's...
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, what? It's too...
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to...
I was just...
You didn't know...
Yeah, that's just how it was.
Listen, Hina. Tell us more about when you switched the
How come?
Hina, please. I'd like...
Waste your time if you like. There's nobody else...
Go ahead, Hina. Start...
Right away, I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And
that story first you went to Section C to get the poison. Meaning you went from Section C. Can you repeat that series?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac?
It's the same thing no matter how...
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I moved from Section C, and that's where once I was done switching, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back. Then I took the bottle and left the... That's all there is.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
First I went to Section... That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf?
Yeah. And I grabbed...
Okay.
And I moved from Section C, and that's where once I was done, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back. Then I took the bottle and left it. That's all there is.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
First I went to that's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder?
Yeah. And
Okay.
And I moved from Section C.
No, that's wrong!
Yeah?
But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well...
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Well... You see...
What the hell? What's going on here?
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account. Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this. It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Huh? Me?
Bud, if you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
It's part of the window from the rec room door. The window? The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us, what's strange is... I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what... And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told me?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can. If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. But before we do, there's... It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or any...
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of...
Not at all. Just...
Well, no.
Yeah.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah.
Okay then. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door?
No. No,
It had to have been in there the whole time!
it had to be. It was in there before the rec room was...
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible! It had to have been in there the whole time! It had to be! It was in there before the rec room was unlocked!
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my... Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely wasn't.
So you're saying someone planted...
No.
It had to have been... It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
When it comes to that, there's not a doubt. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying
Someone planted...
No.
No, that's... It had to have been in there.
It had to be! It was in there before the rec room was unlocked!
Shoot! When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not.
So you're... Someone planted it?
No.
It had to have been...
It had to be! It was in there before the rec room was unlocked!
When it comes to that, there's not a doubt. Until the... It absolutely...
So you're... Someone planted... No. It had to have been... It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
When it comes to that, there's not a doubt. Until the... It absolutely...
So you're...
someone planted it there?
No. It had to have been in...
It had to be!
No, that's wrong. You remember how there was broken glass?
Of course! It came from the...
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it...
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it too.
And that's made everything... As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison. But once the room was opened up, they were switched. And as a result, the protein can wound up in the...
That's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, the only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing it...
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison.
You're saying she drank such a ridiculous fiction as...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and to...
It was Hina, right?
What do you think,
I got it! I think...
Huh? What are you...
On the contrary,
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison? Wrong! You're wrong! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should prove it. Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder?
It did.
It did. The same yellow. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura. What else could it be but the powder
Wait. So,
And it was only on her
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have. Is there any problem with my.
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C and the only explanation is that she was looking for poison? After all...
No! Because I...
No. You. Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura?
The killer?
wait, so you're...
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe...
I can't believe it either. Or rather, but when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it, all so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't... Shoot! And that explains... I got it! The locked room missed...
I'm sure she locked herself in. She sat there, and the empty bottle... At that point, someone grabbed the bottle, and that was you. You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door, because you already knew Sakura was dead, and because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything. And Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were. You said you were going to go, but your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the container. Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where there, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed when you left the lab. All you had was the empty protein. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. While everyone else was focused on Sakura, honestly, you should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, in order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, that's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence. The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison.
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! I killed her!
That's enough, Hina.
It's not!
It is! Actually, no, you have to end this. Here's exactly what happened. This case began with... Specifically, those... But one of them headed out. She got there one step ahead. And she found it. Then, from inside the locker, next to arrive was he. When he got there, without thinking, he took a magazine to that end. Toka. But of course, she jumped out of the locker and... But in her, she put the magazine. Soon after, she also saw the... This caused when she woke back up and she freaked. And just like Hiro, this explains why they're assuming Sakura. She gathered up the broken... And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same... But even so then, what? It was the poison that Sakura... She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario. And there... Later on, the rest... We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone... And while they did all in an attempt to end the one who went to... was you. That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact.
But Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth? That even...
Huh?
You still haven't read. We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit. That's what you don't understand. See? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always...
Okay. I think we can all... Did you guys forget already?
Oh yeah.
You serious? Well, what? Maybe you don't want to, but so, will you make the right? What's it gonna be? Okay. My end.
What did you say? Come on. What are you thinking?
Don't be mean!
What is...
You should have been the one to die! What?
What is this?
No forgiveness! I can't forgive...
But...
Hina. There.
What are you saying? Why?
Hina.
Huh?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
Some protein.
Please! Why? Why?
Hey!
What is this?
What are you saying? In other words, yes, indeed.
the heck?
Of course! Yep. Too bad. It's true. Huh? Unbelievable. Well now. Damn it! Pung, pung! Phew! Shing!
And?
What do you... Hey! But hold on.
Enough already.
Yes, indeed.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here. You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool. I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if that's how I saw things. And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder. However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken. I cannot betray those who would call me their friend. I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise. No, I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you. Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness. So this is my atonement for betraying you. My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me, which is exactly what the mastermind wanted when they revealed my... Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well. But I've decided if it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me.
Huh? No way!
Correct. However,
finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially. I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else, no matter what. Just survive.
But...
What are you gonna do? Uh-oh. Ah! Too bad. Huh? Say what?
You know? Well?
What? What do you... How strange. Hey! Phew!
Don't make me repeat myself.
What?
It's all clear now.
Hey,
What the heck?
You want me to punish you guys?
What? But
Wrong! Listen up! Yep! Let's give it up!
Oh no!
Here!
So... But still... I'm gonna do...
What's the matter?
just as I thought.
Actually...
What are you thinking?
Yep. Phew. Hey,
I want to be able to help.
Very. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Well,
What?
Yep.
Huh?
Hello.
Hina.
Too bad. You guys? Too bad.
What?
What? Well,
You.
who?
Hey,
Yo! But,
Yes.
um...
Not possible.
eh.
Stop talking.
Sorry.
No, no!
What did you
What the heck?
see?
No, 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 no!
Kyoko?
Yes, it's... I said...
So cute.
Wait, what?
It's true. Whew. Hey. Correct. Makoto. So... Goodbye.
Danganronpa.